All right, man. We're start words, bad talk, family, man. 5-star trades, up now trades. I just want to go over a quick little gold breakdown. It's a lot going on right now in the world. So I just want to not only go over gold breakdown, I want to go over a few trades that could have been caught, how I would have caught them, how I would start from how I do my top down analysis, etc. So let's say, boom, we right here on Friday, it's October 2025. Bow. We came up here and we had this level of sellers. So we got a level of sellers right here pushing price back down. So take price out a little bit, see what happens. Okay. So now with well, what my job is, how I like to do it for my strategy and shit. Cause I'm a break and retest trader. I wanna figure out which level of buyers price wants to sell to. These are all reactive levels. These are all reactive levels. All of these levels reacted. You feel me? Let me make those a little. All of these levels reacted at some point and bought the market up. So I know if we're breaking through these levels, if we're in an uptrend, our bias is an uptrend. We're overly bearish. I mean, overly bullish on bearish. You feel me? So if my bias is this uptrend, then I'm looking for buys. I know I'm looking for buys. You feel me? Price can go down as far as it wants to. My job is to keep track of these levels to see how far price wants to fall down. You feel me? So this is me keeping price at levels and see how far price wants to fall down. All right, Bell. So price comes down this low, it makes this high, then it starts this pullback correction phase, whatever you want to call it. As it comes down here, price action of the seller starts to die out. Once these starts to die out, that lets us know, like, okay, basically what we see right here is the buyers getting weak. And the candle right after that, it's a strong ass bullish candle, a strong ass engulfing. So when we got that strong ass engulfing candle, that basically let us know like it's most definitely some buyers in the market. You feel me? We could tell all of it. We could tell that by this candle right here. This is a engulfing, a bullish engulfing candle. Because it engulfed the last candle and it really didn't completely engulf it, but it engulfed the body of it. Because that's the most important. That body. These bodies are more important than these wicks. So that's strong as buying momentum. So off of that right there, that let me know, all right, bet. We already rejected this level. We already rejected this level that buyers bought from last time. This could potentially be the level for me to buy at. I don't know that yet without confirmation. So now what I'm waiting for is confirmation. I'm waiting for price to start breaking structure back to the upside. I don't have any break of structure yet. All I have to go off of is that price failed to make a lower low. Price failed to make a higher. It failed to make a higher high, but it failed to make a lower low as well. We got a higher low. So the only thing to make after a higher low is potentially a higher high. So now I'm looking for these levels to get broken. If I can get a break and close back above there, I know we back bullish. Bow. Look what happened. We got that strong ass closure right back above that level. Now this is our daily time frame. I'm just showing y'all that this shit work on all time frames. All right, boom. How could we have caught that? Let me see. Let's go down to our 15 minute. Yes, we could have caught that. That's our breaking retest right there. Literally. Price broke out, retested this area, filled in some gaps. The FVG right there in between this candle and this third candle. It filled that gap. Broke back above. Once it closed back above, it retested. That was our entry right here. And then the rest was history. Now, because we're on such a higher time frame, that's just one candle on our daily time frame. That's why I look like that. Where the fuck did it go? You feel me? So boom. We didn't call the trade off of that. Let's go down to our 4 hour. So we know over here, if we look further to the left, we had some resistance right here. It's a level of sellers sitting right here. We gonna mark that shit red. Why do I say it's a level of sellers right here? Because last time the buyers tried to buy up to this, they pushed it down. The sellers push it down. Every time they got close to try to get up there, the sellers pushed them back down. Sellers pushed them back down a little bit right here. So we know this is a area, you feel me? An area of rejection. That's the area of rejection we're looking at. All right, but let me delete that one. Hold on. I don't want to confuse motherfucker with too many lines and shit. I don't like all them extra lines. So boom. Come down, bow. Now we got a break of this. Now we got a new higher high in the market because we just broke above this. That's our other high. We just broke above that high to make this high. And then as you can see, the sellers start to step in. So now what are we looking for? I'm looking for price to come back down, retest this area, and shoot back up. Now, what if price falls back down below? Okay, let's say price does fall back down below and then makes that initial move up. Is this setup invalid? No, it's not invalid. This structure isn't broken. There's a level of buyers right there that's still that's still holding. Until this level of buyers is broke, I have no reason to look for sales. Now, if we broke and closed below that, came back above, then shot back down, that's different. Then that's a break and retest reversal. You feel me? I'm not looking for that unless I get, and that's what I get. That's our retest right there. We need more confluence. That's our retest candle, but we ain't get our entry candle. We don't get entry until we get a break above this candle, and then we go for our 1 and 2. Stop loss below that retest candle, go for our 1 and 2. But that's the thing, though. That's how you would have prevented it, by the way. Our entry candle, we never got that entry candle. So we wouldn't even have been in, I know for a fact I wouldn't have gotten this trade because I never had a candle that closed above my retest candle. I got this wick. That wick ain't do nothing but let me know that the buyers are not strong enough to keep pushing price up. That's what that wick let me know. If we could have kept pushing above, if we could have kept pushing above right here and broke this candle closed high right here, we would have been straight. But we wasn't strong enough to do that. You feel me? So what happened? We fell. Now I'm looking for my reversal entry because, like I said, until this level is broken, I'm not looking for sales. So now what I'm waiting for is I know I gotta close below this level of buyers that was holding price up. So now I'm in position and I'm looking for this short position. We broke through, got that strong ass close right through. Multiple retest. You have multiple chances to get into this trade. Keep it simple. Go for our 1 and 2. 1 and 2 hit. Trail to the 1 to 4. Leave a run into 1 to 4. All right. Leave a run to 1 to 6. That's 3 take profits. Mind you, we've been out of this trade at 1 and 2. We've been out of this trade at 1 to 4. We just, you feel me? Now we just collecting. Well, we got stopped out. But guess what? We hit 2 take profits. We hit our 1 to 4. And we hit our 1 and 2. We always aim for our 1 and 2 anyway. If we ain't gonna hit nothing, we're gonna hit our 1 and 2. As long as we hit our 1 and 2, we good. That's all we really want. That's our 1 to 4 right there. You good on the day. This is a 4-hour time frame. You would have been good for the week. I promise you. Mind you, I trade futures, so I would have been set. Bow. All right. Let me zoom back out. Show you. These, I'm using all the same levels. I'm using daily levels for this. I'm using all daily levels for this. Let's go to current price. Let's go over here. Let's start moving over here to 2026 type shit. So boom, we had this support level. The support level that we came up and made. It's the first support level that we started at. You feel me? Remember I told you we came up, made that. That was our level of sellers on the daily. All right. We finally got a break of that level. Now what I'm waiting for is the retest. I'm not getting into any of these trades. This is a no trade zone for me. That's a no trade zone for me. I don't want to trade that. Only for the simple fact we're not above my level. We're actually below it. We got a lot of price action going on below my zone. I'm interested in what's going on up here. I want to catch this. I want to catch the bigger plays. I don't want to eat off of these little ass plays and shit that everybody are sweating over. You feel me? Nah, I'm cool, calm, collective. I'm relaxed. I'm chilling on my mama because I know what I'm looking for. Let me come over here and show you as simple as this shit would have been. Regardless of what you use, I personally like to use my lines. I do use wigs. I'm using rectangle because we do got some long ass wigs. That's my entry right there. That's my entry right here. Let me show you. First of all, we came down here. This is why I'm not trading. Remember, this is my no trade zone. There ain't shit going on right here that I want to be a part of. We had this break above, just like we had this break above here. It's doing the same shit. It's not going any higher. It's not really pushing any lower. Then we finally got this breakout. And we can even use this candle. We got this breakout. Then we had this retest. We entered, we would have entered upon either this retest if you're feeling aggressive or if you're feeling conservative and you want some more confirmation, you can enter upon the break of the retest candle. What do I mean by that? So as you see that price starts to push above the candle that retested and closed at that zone, that's your entry. Why is that your entry? Because that's when sellers step back in. Sellers step back into the market right here. So once these sellers step back into the market, that let me know, all right, at the moment, the buyers are a little weak. They strong, they still possibly in control, but they letting the sellers step in real quick. You feel me? So I want to be patient and see if the buyers are strong enough to push past the sellers. So if the buyers can push past the sellers, that let me know that we have enough momentum and volume in the market for price to keep pushing in that direction. And that's exactly what happens. Even though it falls down a little bit, it never comes to take us out because now we got this strong ass level of buyers right here. It's a strong level of buyers right here, holding this whole area up. And you see how it plays right here when it retests. You feel me? That orange line right, this is our break. We had a break of structure right here because this was our high. This was as high as we went before these sellers stepped back into the market and pushed us down. Oh, that's why I can't see it. Once we made this high, seller stepped in. You feel me? So once we seen them sellers step in, that let us know, like, all right, we're not looking for buys right now. We need to sit on our hands because the market does the same shit over and over again, and it tells you exactly what it wants to do before it does it. You just got to know where to look and how to catch it. You feel me? But all of this shit is trial and error. Like I said, this would have been my entry. Well, one and two obviously got hit. One and two got hit down here before that market closed, and then as we reopened, we gapped up. The rest was history. Literally, we went all the way up here. The rest was history. Right. So we know now it's a level of sellers right here. But we also know that without a break and retest, we don't have a trade. So price came down and it sold off to this level right here before these little level of buyers stepped in. So now this is what I'm working with. If I am gonna catch this reversal, this is the level I'm going off of, and I'm only selling down to this level. Anything after this level is noise, and I'm not interested because I want to be buying anyway. We have to understand our overall objective when we're counter trending. Don't try to catch. You're not trying to counter trend and catch a whole counter trend move. You're trying to catch a piece of the counter trend. You're trying to forget that you even did that shit. Because by right, you shouldn't even be doing that. But let's say we did because this is our strategy. Our strategy allows us to take setups like this. It was that simple. 15-minute trade. Shit went for a 1 to 10 basically. Shit went for a 1 to 10, and the PC finna die, so I gotta end this shit early. We're overly bullish on gold, especially on our daily. We just had this daily breaker structure right here. We want to keep that in mind. This is a daily breaker structure, and we can look for retest that in the near future. That's why I have an alert set right there, because we are currently above that level, and that's a daily level. So our chances of falling back down there before just stopping right here are kind of high. But as you can see, this is another trade that we could have took. This is why we started. This is why you want to start it. If you start at the higher time frame, these levels are constantly reacted off of. That talks, man. 5-star trades up out this motherfucker, man. I don't know how I'm gonna get this to myself, but I'm gonna figure it out, my baby.